everybody, I'm Maritza Barone, and this is the Things You Can't Unhear podcast. Has there ever been a moment in your life where you heard or read or were told something that you simply could not unhear? Something that caused you to make positive changes so that you could become the best version of yourself? Well, we share this show with access to inspiring and empowering humans who will motivate you to become the happiest, healthiest, kindest, and most compassionate you. Sit back, settle in, and let this be the day you hear something that simply cannot be unheard. Hey all, welcome back to Things You Can't Unhear. I'm Maritza, your host and creator of this podcast. This is our 110th episode, so I'm very excited to continue to share this over the last 3 years, 3 fantastic years of being able to share my voice on this program and talk about the things that are important to me and the things that I find fascinating and the people that I want to elevate. Doing this podcast really gave me the power to find my unique voice. And since then, it's been so special for me to be able to help other people do the same. And I've been doing that by running some sessions called The Power of Voice. When you hear that phrase, the power of your voice or the power of voice, what does it mean to you personally? And when you hear those words, what do you feel? What comes up for you when you think about actually sharing yourself publicly and sharing your unique voice? Probably like so many of us, you are petrified to speak in front of people or speak publicly and share that part of yourself and share what you have to say, because so many of us, and it's 75% of people, are actually reported as having a fear of public speaking. So you are not alone. And I certainly was in that percentage for a very long time. But we fear being judged by others. So many of us don't want to share what we have to say because we fear being judged and compared to other people and by other people. When we let that go, when we actually release that limiting thought that we have, that limiting pattern, and we sort of spend the time trying to find out ways in which we can find the confidence to share what we have to say and share our voice, it is truly empowerment at its best. So for me, being able to share this podcast, I'm able to stand true to my inner self. I get to voice my thoughts and my feelings in a way that can help and empower other people. And it's so groundbreaking for your own personal self-development journey when you get to do that. I've worked in the media and production industry for many years, and for so long, I worked off other people's scripts. I was handed briefs and script after script, and I felt like I was just regurgitating what had been handed to me as a presenter and a producer. I was selling someone else's ideas. I was selling someone else's products. I was promoting someone else's brand. And for me, it came a time when I realized there was more to my skill set as a presenter. And the reason why I wanted to get into this industry in the first place and stand in front of a camera or a microphone was far deeper than working off someone else's script for me. It was being able to share my individual voice and my experiences and my learnings with the world and share my ideas and open conversations that I was passionate about. So for me, this meant reshaping everything I'd done to this point in my career and digging deep to find out who I was at a core level. So now I get to do this as a business. Now I get to create a world for myself where everything that I do is on purpose. And I constantly ask myself the questions when, as a freelancer, things come up. And does this opportunity link into the bigger picture of who I am and who I want to be? And when I am offered scripts these days or briefs, I ask myself if what that brand represents also represents me in the best way. And if the answer is not a hell yes, it's a hell no. So being able to find that confidence in sharing my voice and being able to speak on a platform that is public, I was so empowered by that I wanted to help other people learn how to do the same and find the confidence and the power they needed to be able to share their own voices in a way that is true, is inspiring, and is authentic. And we all want to share our voices for different reasons. Some may be just to enhance our relationships. Others want to sell a product or talk about their journey, or others want to create a massive movement within the world. It doesn't matter why you want to share your voice. It's about being able to share it authentically. And how I've been helping other people do this is through a session. I run it with groups, teams, workplaces, one-on-one with individuals. Anyone who has something important to say and needs the help in finding the clarity and the confidence to do so. So the 15 years I've spent working in this industry as a presenter and a producer, plus the ongoing self-growth I've worked on in more recent years, it's really opened my eyes to a way of communicating that is memorable and engaging, and in a way that allows me to drop all of that fear and judgment. So if you're listening to me now and thinking, yes, I have something to say, yes, I'm petrified to say it, yes, I don't know where to start, this episode might just be for you, and this episode might just be that thing that you can't unhear. I can help you explore how to engage an audience and keep them engaged. I can help you find useful ways to beat the nerves and flip the script to excitement, because believe it or not, the feeling of nervousness and excitement are very similar. We just have to trick our brains into which one we're actually feeling. And when you start doing this over and over again, those nerves do flip to excitement. When you've figured out techniques in order to craft your story and find purpose behind what you want to say, it gets exciting to be able to share it. So we will find powerful ways to spark communication and conversation and consistently flip the script and look at other ways in which old methods and limited mindsets can be changed to help us on a way to more powerful communication. You know, when we give people the space to talk and that quality airtime or a platform, like on this podcast, to say what they want to say, it is bloody interesting because every person has a story. And when people share their story, they feel free because they've shared themselves in a way that's so real, so true, and so authentic. And the joy I get from seeing people break through those fears and have the same realizations that I did when I started to share my voice in this way, it lights me up every single time. And the beautiful feedback I get after every session is just so special. So like I said, if you're listening now and thinking this is exactly what I need, I want to find a way to speak and engage others by saying the things that are important to me, that will help my relationships, my business, my career, my everyday life. You can learn more on my website, maritzabarone.com, and I'll put the link in the show notes for you to check out. But shoot me an email. Reach out for a chat. I'm more than happy to talk. And let's explore the power behind your voice. Let's do it. Now's the time. Find your audience, no matter how big or small, or even just get clear on what it is you want to say and why. And again, thank you for listening to my story and coming back again and again to this podcast and giving me the space to share my unique voice and coming along on this ride. To find out more on the power of voice, head to maritzabarone.com. Thanks for listening to the show. What did you think? And what did you feel? Let us know by leaving me a message on the Things You Can't Unhear Instagram community page. And if you can, give us some ratings love on your favourite listening platform.